Forget tracking down criminals or cheating partners. These private investigators are catching out employees who claim they're too injured to work. From horse riding lessons to footy training, these PIs are busting bogus work cover claims. And these bosses have had enough.
Work cover, basically, in my opinion, is the next NDIS.
A shoulder injury at work, but healthy enough to be running line-out training at a local rugby club. This is the state of the $7 billion work cover scheme.
History tells me that when the economy gets tough, like it is at the moment, people look for the easy way out to get money. Work cover is an easy target.
Rex Veet is owner and general manager of Atlas Heavy Engineering, a once thriving business employing 130 staff. But Rex has now made the difficult decision to shut it down.
What are the emotions about shutting this place down?
It's hard. I mean, I've managed this business for 25 years.
Workers are dismantling his steel fabrication factory at Narangba, north of Brisbane.
To watch people disassemble it, it hurts. It hurts. It's not about the money, it's about what we're doing to this country.
Aged 72, Rex says it's too hard to run a manufacturing business in modern Australia with rising costs led by electricity.
But then you've got your superannuation, you've got all the payroll tax, you've got all the other taxes, and then on top of all that, you have work cover.
Work Cover Queensland is a government-owned but self-funded insurance scheme providing workers' compensation. It's compulsory for all businesses with less than 2,000 employees to use, but the service it provides is coming under fire.
You've got to have work cover. It's a smidgen under $1 million a year. It works out at $500 an hour, and people just claim it for anything.
Rodney Johnston and Rex Veet are two employers who decided to dig a little further into questionable workers' compensation, employing private investigators to uncover shonky claims.
I have rang work cover when I know it's a shonky claim, and they give me a heck of a tune and say, "How dare you call me? This person has been hurt and you've got the audacity to call me and have a whinge about it."
This was one of those he had a whine about. Former office manager Peter Durston giving horse riding lessons, allegedly as a volunteer, whilst being totally incapacitated for work. Durston received 2 years' worth of compensation payments for a psychiatric injury apparently suffered during an argument with Rodney in the office of his trucking business north of Brisbane. A forensic analysis of her computer later discovered searches of framing boss for work compensation and starting argument with boss while recording.
It coincided with what happened on the day. It all fell into place and
You'd been set up.
Rodney has built his family business from 1 truck to 185 of them, with annual turnover of $120 million. He spent 400 grand pursuing the claim by an employee that he felt had wronged him.
An appeal found in Rodney Johnston's favour and Durston's claim was rejected, but 2 years' worth of compensation payments were not required to be paid back.
I think they should have paid our costs and they should have made her pay the money back. And she planned it weeks and weeks before. It wasn't just on the spur of the moment, it was planned.
Rex Veet also hired a PI to follow up an employee receiving compensation payments with a shoulder injury. Paul Robson was filmed coaching a rugby team running line-out drills.
What did you think when you saw that video?
We were astounded. The particular person couldn't even walk across the car park because he was in so much pain. And when you look at the video, it doesn't demonstrate that.
Rex sent the vision to work cover, but instead of stripping his payments, they switched him from a physical injury claim to a psychological one.
I thought it was pathetic. If you don't like the claim that you're on, I will just move you to something else and work cover will sign off on it. It's unbelievable.
Rex says he had to terminate the employee, who then took legal action against his company, and work cover brokered a settlement. The Workers' Compensation Regulator prosecuted Paul Robson for providing false or misleading information, and he was fined $2,000. Out of 74,000 approved claims last year, the regulator prosecuted just 9 cases for fraud.
The problem you have with business owners is that they are too busy with all the costs and all the red tape to keep their business afloat, that they don't have time to chase up what is legitimate and what is not legitimate.
From the employee perspective, the scheme isn't working well either, based on dozens of online reviews.
My experience with WorkCover was the most draining experience of my life.
Pathetic. If you're not part of a union, don't even bother.
A complete waste of government resources.
What do you think's going to happen if we don't fix this?
The way things are currently, with all the other costs increasing on business, companies are going to say it's all too difficult for me, and they're just going to close.
A spokesperson for WorkCover Queensland said one of its key priorities this year is to enhance the identification of and response to suspected fraud, both in relation to workers and employers. Since July, 2 workers have been prosecuted by the Workers' Compensation Regulator and sentenced to prison for defrauding WorkCover Queensland.
I think Australia's working themselves into a corner where they won't be able to compete in the world market if they don't turn it around. I'm only a busted ass truckie, so how would I know?
Well, they need to come down hard on those who rort, as it only takes a few to ruin a scheme that helps so many.